Celtic were unfortunately unable to make history with 10 home league clean sheet games in a row. However, they did make history of Aberdeen when they pumped them by 5-1. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football here for the Celtic fans' reaction after their club took one step closer and 3 points closer to another Scottish Premiership title at Celtic Park with a 5-1 win over Aberdeen. Now, Celtic Football Club say they were in cruise control tonight, and the scoreline certainly suggests that. However, wasn't the greatest performance. Thought it was a bit of a lacklustre performance, and I see a few people agree, so we'll see how the comments say now. But then again, you know what, maybe that's just a worrying sign for Aberdeen that they lost 5-1 against a non-informed Celtic team. Had Celtic been at their best, I mean, who knows how many goals they could have put past Aberdeen tonight. But look, they put 5 past them. That was enough. They wanted to get the clean sheet, though. They wanted to make it 10 home league games without conceding. Unable to do that due to that 90th minute Morris goal. But here, you can't win them all. Well, in Celtic's case, you can, but you can't keep clean sheets in them all. Anyway, let's get into it. The Bullish Soldier said, fantastic performance tonight by the boys. Needed that. I don't think that was a fantastic performance, but whatever. Riri says, woohoo, congrats, boys in green. Paddy says he loves to see it. Andy Mullen says, could and should have been more goals. And if it wasn't for Scales being on the pitch, it would have been none conceded. It just seems like a guy giving Aberdeen absolutely no credit there. Lim Yai says, I think we need to have a conversation about how Yang is miles better than Kuhn right now. Well, that is controversial saying that. But yeah, I mean, Kuhn does seem to have dropped off at the moment. Flying Com says, 3 more points. Ratster says, not sure about cruise control, despite the scoreline, but when our chances came, we finished them. Bit disjointed performance, but results are all that matter after a defeat in the previous. Engels man of the match. Goal of the game for Yang, though, and Daizen at the double again. Daizen Maeda, I mean, what a player. Goal scoring record has been insane. I'm not saying that Celtic don't miss Kyogo, but Daizen Maeda is doing his absolute best to make sure that Celtic don't miss him. But yeah, I just think that Celtic would have been better with Kyogo, but Daizen Maeda, he's shown to be just as good at this moment in time, especially from a goal scoring standpoint. The guy's been phenomenal. Boy says, first 20 minutes very sluggish, maybe fortunate not to be behind, but after that, well, we're Celtic and that's how we roll. Big shout to Yang starting to show his qualities at last. So, looks like Yang has a few fans. Yang has a few admirers. Anton Patrick, that performance was both brilliant and dire at the same time. Strangest game in a long time, but we will take it. Interesting. How can you be brilliant and dire over 90 minutes at the same time? Bit strange that. I wouldn't say it was dire. First like 30 minutes, I don't think Celtic were great, but don't know if they were dire. Maybe a bit fortunate to not be behind, but turned it around after that. Bitcoin Boy said that's more like it. Hail, hail. Kev says Dyson's been wasted out on the left all those years. I mean, he has been, but at the same time, if you play Daizen Maeda through the middle, do you then play Kyogo on the left, or do you bench Kyogo? And Kyogo's too good to be sitting on the bench. So, look, I get it. Maeda has been good through the middle, and we know that for Japan, he plays through the middle. So, look, maybe Celtic, maybe Rodgers, maybe Ange, maybe they should have experimented more with Maeda down the middle, but like, how do you do that and keep Kyogo down the middle, or how do you keep Kyogo in the starting 11, or how do you keep Kyogo happy? Could you have mixed it up? Is there a possibility of playing Maeda and Kyogo 2 up front? I don't know. I mean, they're different players, but I think they're a little bit similar at the same time. I don't know if you could do a front 2 of Maeda and Kyogo. And is Kyogo going to be as effective on the left as he is down the middle? I don't know. I think Maeda's had a great career, and I think he's equally as good down the middle as he is on the left. But I do think for those years that Celtic had both, I think that was the correct call. Maeda on the left and Kyogo down the middle. But now with Kyogo not being there, it totally makes sense to play Daizen Maeda in the middle, because now you have Jota on the left and Kuhn on the right. And there's no point playing Maeda down the left just to accommodate Ida, who's just not really good enough. So, is what it is. Jeffro66 says, brilliant display, just too good for them. 5 goals, take that every time. Yang and McCowan a lot better. Big Ida tries his heart out. Great to see young Boner get his debut. Looks in Engels mode. Jota was good. Kalmak's goal, a belter, wee Maeda. Enjoy him while we can. Is that a sign that maybe Maeda won't be at Celtic forever? I mean, possibly. Marty Maeda says, 10 goals in February for Daizen. That is incredible. Guy's a goal-scoring machine at this moment in time. Column says, Sutton, he'll probably run home this evening as well. Not wrong. Machine. Yeah, I mean, Daizen Maeda, what a player. What a player he is. No doubt about it. I think he's the best player in Scotland right now. Kev says, Engels is a top player. Really sharp to show his qualities. His talent and his energy is class. Green Onions. Oh man, just wait till we slip into our top gear for the run-in. Barry Boy, weird game. Didn't think we'd played well, but clinical, that's what champions do. Yeah, big night for champions. Chu Bertie says that goal difference is insane. Celtic's goal difference 67. Rangers 32. So yeah, a massive goal difference for sure. Mark Graham, better performance than that dross at the weekend. Send on Saturday. 119, the Green Fox 119 says, professional performance, 16 points clear. Well done, the champions. Bernardo Enthusiast says, best game Engels have had for us. B-Rad, Maeda running home. What a legend. Michael Moses, the feeling of being dumb while trying hard and not succeeding is a sign of pushing your boundaries. What a load of shite. It's not even a comment regarding this game. Yuan Fandango says, most boring, predictable league in the world. Is it though? I mean, you cannot say that. You cannot say the Scottish League's the most... I think Scottish football is amazing. Yeah, would it be better if we had more teams winning titles? Absolutely, of course. Would love that, but, I mean, Scottish football, can't beat it. It's great. Ray Grant says, great results, sorry. Controlled most of the game. Maeda, player of the year. On to the next. Yeah, Maeda, for me, I think he will probably win the player of the year for Scotland. He's been that good. Brown Boy Carty says Maeda's the best thing to happen at this club. I mean, don't know if he's the best thing ever to happen at the club, but I mean, he's a machine. And we can see some wee guy in green and white here mounting a sheep, and he's battering it, now he's taking it for a ride. Guess that sums up the Celtic Aberdeen game. What else do we have? Jake, when we are going to have a serious conversation about Daizen's Ballon d'Or chances? Never. I mean, the guy's not Ballon d'Or quality, unless it's a Scottish Ballon d'Or. J1888 says, if Maeda isn't already in the top bracket for wages at the club, then get it done. Celtic irreplaceable. Yeah, I mean, Maeda, how long will he be at Celtic? I wonder if he is content to the extent where he would stay forever. I wonder if Daizen Maeda will see out his career at Celtic, or is he going to be there for maybe another year or two? And you know what? With Celtic now in the Champions League this year, the new format, obviously more exposure, more games. They made it into the not last 16, but they made it into the knockouts rounds, the playoff rounds. And Daizen Maeda now adding goals and being the top goal scorer in the league. You do wonder, could there be a bid for Daizen Maeda? I'm not saying there hasn't been bids in the past, but I wonder if we could see a serious bid for Maeda in this year's summer transfer window. Possibly could happen. Jota on the wing says 5-1 and not even out of second gear. Hand the treble to us now. Minus 16 in Govan on a Tuesday night in February. I mean, I wouldn't get carried away. The treble's looking likely, but anything can happen over one game. Hibs just showed there at the weekend they can beat you over one game. Who's to say they can't do it again? Albeit it will be a lot more difficult at Celtic Park, but I don't know. If anybody can do it right now, I think my money would be in Hibs because they're the form team. Lefty Celtic man says, Ida looks like he's playing with ankle weights on and a blindfold. Ida's shite. I said it since day one. I was right then, I'm right now. I'm sure all those empty seats enjoyed that performance. Is that looks like a St Mirren man in there. Guy in Glasgow doing a lap of honour to an empty stadium. Alright. To be fair, stadium was not that full tonight, but it's the game against Aberdeen Tuesday. League's wrapped up. It's not. I can understand why some people wouldn't go. Tom McAdams is Schlupp playing with his pyjamas and slippers on. Ben Trusty, Scales, Rocky, Welsh and June and get a proper centre back. Daizen will run home after full time to charge himself into the mains. Extend his contract now. Better than half the pish in the APL on 200k a week. Sheep deserved a goal. Probably. I mean, Daizen Maeda, I think he'd be good in the Premiership. I really do. I think that Daizen Maeda could do a job. A little bit... Honestly, man, I did believe that Ange Postecoglou would go. I thought he would definitely go for Kyogo. I'm surprised he's not come in and tried to take any Celtic players to Tottenham. Now, some people might say, well, they're not Tottenham quality, but I don't know. I think that Kyogo would have did well at Tottenham. I think Daizen Maeda would have did well at Tottenham. I am kind of surprised to see Daizen Maeda, not get that opportunity or not get even like a sniffy a move, or at least we haven't really seen anything yet. We've got Superb, okay, Big Sue. Aidan Ritchie, look, we all appreciate Liam Scales as a take. We're all very happy for his treble and Ibrox man of the match. Stop playing the cunt. He's an average top 6 SPFL centre-back. Let the guy have his accolades. So, Aidan Ritchie doesn't want Big Scales in the team anymore. Guy in Glasgow says your keeper is shite. Beat at his near post office an Aberdeen reserves player. Stomp Aberdeen. We've got an Israel flag in there for Sam777, and that's where we're going to end it. Don't really want to talk about Israel or Palestine, but yeah, look, Celtic win. 5-1. Comfortable for them. Aberdeen, bit of a hammer blow. Now we have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, guys, that's it. Until next time, peace.